Why not St. Johns County? You're probably doing some research right now and are thinking about moving to somewhere in St. Johns County. Well, in today's video, I'm going to give you the top 5 reasons why you should seriously consider St. Johns County if you're thinking of moving to Florida. Let's go check it out. Hey, if you're thinking about moving to St. Augustine or somewhere in St. Johns County, then subscribe and definitely tap that bell for notifications so that you can get an inside scoop on all the market trends and lifestyle trends here in St. Augustine, Florida and St. Johns County. My name is Manny Ortega, along with my beautiful wife and partner Carolina Ortega. We took the leap of faith and moved the family down here to Florida from Boston, and we absolutely love Florida now. And check this out, whether you're here right now in town shopping for a home, or if you're still planning your trip, definitely give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We would love to hear your story. We get text messages and emails and phone calls from people like yourself that are looking to make a move, and we absolutely have a blast helping you guys make a smooth transition to Florida. Reason number 1 as to why you should move down here to St. Johns County, I'm just gonna throw it out there because we all know what it is. It is Ron DeSantis. I'm kidding. Number 1, I was just joking. Number 1, the first reason is because St. Johns County has 40 miles of coastal line to the east and about 30 miles of river land or river water to the west, because the St. Johns River runs through on the west side of the county. So anything dealing with water, I'm talking snorkeling, paddle boarding, jet skiing, boating, fishing, all that stuff, you got it. St. Johns County's got you covered. If there's a lot of recreational parks too that St. Johns County has. So we're talking if you wanted to go hiking, mountain biking, rollerblading, you got it. If you want to be outdoors, St. Johns County's got it. There's a bunch of pickleball courts. Pickleball is super hot now. I don't know what it is. I haven't even played yet, but I'm gonna film myself doing that because everybody's doing it. The other thing about St. Johns County is that it has 20 golf courses within the county and another 40 in the surrounding county. So if you like to golf, you're gonna be in golf heaven, brother. Okay, so that's there for you here in St. Johns County. So number 1 is fun in the sun. Reason number 2 why you should consider St. Johns County is, of course, if you're moving to Florida, it's going to be the weather. What's awesome about St. Johns County weather is that it basically stays within, like, I would say 40 to like 90 degrees year round. You'll have some tail episodes on the end, think about a bell curve and then the tails. I'm a little bit of a geek when it comes to that stuff. So yeah, you'll get some days where it's gonna be 90 something, 97 degrees or something like that. Or you'll get, like what happened to me, I didn't bring my scraper from Boston. I was like, I'm not bringing this, I'm not gonna need it because I'm in Florida. But one day I came out to not warm up the car, to take the kids to school, and the windshield was frozen. And I was shocked. I was like, I'm in Florida. Am I not in Florida? And I didn't have a scraper. And I know that if you're from New England or you're from one of these cold states, guess what? It's right in the trunk, right? Check in the trunk. You got it in the trunk, right? We left ours. We chucked it. All right. So, but it does get cold. I mean, for me, 35 degrees is like running weather. So again, it's a good, and it's a welcome from all the heat that you're gonna get in the summer. That cool, breeze at 35 degrees, you actually welcome it, depending on, what you like. What's cool about the spring as well is that it doesn't rain as much. So we're gonna get into the other seasons where it actually does rain. But it's nice and cool. Again, it's from the 50s to the 80s for March, April, and May. Moving on to the summer, you get June and July, August, where, the summer brings 2 things. It brings the heat and it brings the rain. And I'm talking about crazy rain. All right. So like when I moved down here, I moved in July, and I was on the highway and I was driving my car from Boston, and I got stuck in a crazy storm. I mean, it was crazy. And I mean, I did evac. I used to be a police officer. So, but I'm not, I can drive crazy, but when the rain is coming down so hard that you can't even see, I mean, the windshield wipers were moving, but it was just like, I'm gonna do that again. You couldn't even see. I put my hazards on, and it got, this is during the day, by the way. And it was like gloomy. And there were people passing me, man, and I'm like, isn't no one afraid of the storm? Like, I put my hazards on, and I'm like, but the rainstorms are pretty crazy here. But the good news is that it'll come down in the summer like that for like 15-20 minutes, and then it clears up, and it's beautiful. The sky's like baby blue and white, and it's so puffy that you feel like you can just pop it. Like, it just feels fake almost. That's right. It feels like the Truman Show. You can throw a rock up there and hit it. It's beautiful. The weather in the summer changes from low 70s to low 90s. That's usually what you're gonna get in the summertime. One thing that I want to mention in the summer is the fact that you have way more daylight time when compared to being up north. So for example, my wife, still East Coast time, my wife was on a Zoom session, and they were wrapping up the call or whatever, and she had the window in the back, and they're like, hey, where you're at? Because normally she would be in Boston, but they're like, oh, I'm in Florida. And the rest of her team was in Boston, and it was dark over there, and it was still light over here. So think about how much fun in the sun you can have when there's still daylight on. You can enjoy the beach, you can enjoy the park. Something to think about when you think about moving to St. Johns County. All right. Moving to the fall. Fall, September, October, November bring high winds and rain, and specifically in the months of September, there's almost as much rain as it is in August. So there's still some rain there. And the temperatures go between 50s and 80s, and the cooler temperatures obviously showing up in November. The things about the wind in October is that you're reminded that you're still in hurricane season. And I'm going to make a hurricane versus snow video later on, but that's something to consider. Obviously, you're moving to Florida, you hear about hurricanes, is it worth it? The winter months are December, January, and February, and this is where it gets kind of cold. And you get the 40, the low 35s, the 40s, and the 60-degree weather. So to summarize, the temperature varies from the mid 40s to the low 90s and rarely goes below the 30s. The rainy season starts in May and ends in October. The dry season starts in November and ends in April, and our hurricane season is from late August to early October. Reason number 3 why you should consider moving to St. Johns County is the quality of life. I'm talking about job markets, I'm talking about affordability, cost of living. And so what's good about St. Johns County is that when compared to other parts of the state, it's still pretty affordable, and also when you compare it to the rest of the country as well. So one thing you want to seriously factor into your number crunching when you're thinking about moving to Florida is that Florida doesn't have a state income tax. It's actually illegal in terms of the state constitution. They cannot do that. So that's something you want to factor in. That's why a lot of businesses are coming down here, and a lot of folks that are able to work from home. They can negotiate with their employers and come down to Florida and maybe have an adjustment, but still their quality of life goes up, even if they do adjust for the fact that the cost of living is a lot less here. The population and economic growth has allowed St. Johns County to have a robust job market in areas such as tourism, healthcare, and manufacturing. There are also a lot of employment opportunities in Jacksonville, which is about an hour away from anywhere you are in St. Johns County. So because St. Johns County is south of Duval County, where Jacksonville is, there's a lot of employment opportunities in Jacksonville. So you could live in St. Johns County, get to good schools, and then commute to work. That's what a lot of people do, actually. There's a military base up there, a Navy base up there. There's a lot of corporate finance companies. And so the job opportunity, depending on what you can negotiate with your current employer, or if you're looking for a new employer, is really rich due to Jacksonville being to the north of St. Johns County. Reason number 4 why you should consider moving to St. Johns County is the school system. You know this was coming. St. Johns County has one of the best school systems in the state, if not the best. Depending on what you're looking at, you might find it being number 2 or number 1. According to niche.com, it has it as the number 1 county in the state. So that's one of the reasons why you see people moving from other parts of the state to St. Johns County to take advantage of the great school system here. So if you have a family or you want to start a family, that's a good reason why you should consider St. Johns County. Now, to give you some numbers in terms of class ratios, based on some of the research I did, the student-teacher ratio is about 1 to 15 or 1 to 18, depending on the grade. I'm gonna give you guys a link to do some research on your own. that kind of provides some of that additional information for you. But class sizes seem decent in my opinion. And again, the St. Johns County, one of the reasons why people are moving down here is because of la escuela, okay, the school. Reason number 5 why you should consider moving to St. Johns County is the rich history that St. Johns County has and the growing community. That's right, the people. One of the main reasons why I love it down here is because when I first got down here, somebody waved at me and I was like, you talking to me? And I'm like, hey, you know, but people are really friendly down here. Like it is a different environment. People are really friendly, and that Southern hospitality is true. So the people here are great. And again, it has a rich history, a growing community. St. John has a ton of history that dates back to the 16th century and offers several different historical sites and museums. There are a ton of festivals all year round that are appropriate for everyone in the family. The word is out, and the growth of St. Johns County is attracting a diverse population. The county is becoming home to a rich and vibrant community of like-minded people. Most people you meet here, if they're not a local, move to St. Johns County for the same reasons you're thinking about moving. A better quality of life for you and your family. The crime rate in St. Johns County is low, and the county is set on preserving its rich history, its green space, and promoting a healthy lifestyle. Well, those are the top 5 reasons why you should consider moving to St. Johns County. I hope this video was helpful. God bless you and stay safe.